My name's Nick, and today I'm going to be taking a closer look at all 10 of the F1 cars. First off, every car does come with its own instruction manual. First, I'm going to be starting off with the Haas. This was my first build, and I did really enjoy it, although it was pretty basic, but there's nothing wrong with that. Every LEGO set did come with its own minifigure. So this is the Haas minifigure. They all have their logo on the top of the helmet and on the fire suit, so I think that's a really cool detail. They also have detachable and attachable helmets and hairs. So honestly, I'm not quite sure what I did with all the hairs for the figures, but just know there are hair that comes with every single figure in every single box. Moving on next to the Ferrari, this was my second build. It really was one of my favorites. I think it has the most amount of pieces, so I really do recommend buying this one. I think it's around 270 pieces, and then obviously has its own minifigure as well with the Ferrari logo on top and on the fire suit. There are a lot of details in this car too as well, like all these stripes. I would recommend when you do these stripes, not so worrying about them being in the middle and more worrying about lining them up with the other ones, because that's a mistake I made a couple times, and especially if you like things perfect, it'll just look better. Going on to the Mercedes, nothing insane about this car. I did really enjoy building this one too. I like how they included the red on the front of the car, in the middle of the car, and then on the visor of the driver, of course. There's a few printed things on here, like on back here, this is all printed. So you don't have to worry about as many stickers on this car. And then over here, I did like how they used, this isn't stickers right here, this is just full-on Lego pieces. So they kept on the pattern with the stickers, but they made it Lego pieces. So I thought that was a really cool touch. And then also, the difference in the side of the car is a lot different than the other ones I had built to this point. Now I'm moving on to the McLaren, and I was a little disappointed with this car. Not so much with the design. The design looks great. The black and orange all together looks amazing. But with the structure of the car, it is really flimsy. Even when I was taking the driver out of the car, even pieces started falling apart. Specifically, I'm going to show you if you flip the car over right here, these two pieces right here, they're held in by one piece, and these fall off all the time. And then also these right here, these are really easy to knock off because they're kind of just hanging out there. So that is one flaw, I feel like, but still really cool that we got a McLaren car. An improvement from the previous Lego cars for sure. Of course, there's the logo on the helmet and the fire suit. Wish the camera would focus a little bit, but it's okay. But yeah, another thing I did like about this car though is how they did like in real life, they did the Google Chrome things and the wheels. I think Lego did a good job including that too. So yeah, it's a great design. I just think they could have done better on the structure. Now on to the Aston Martin, which, as if you can tell, the green is a lot lighter than the one in real life. I'll put up a picture. As you can tell, the real life one is a lot like darker kind of green, and maybe like a teal would go better with that even. But it's a really light green, but nonetheless, I think it still goes well with the scheme. It still looks really good. The character is all greened out, which I think is really interesting. I think it might be the only car where the visor is the same color as everything else in the fire suit. So I think that's pretty cool. Aston Martin logo, obviously, helmet and fire suit. And then, yeah, nothing crazy about this build. Was cool, but nothing crazy to point out. And onto the Alpine. I did actually really like this scheme because of kind of the uniqueness of the build. I think I maybe forgot to mention that all the builds are slightly different from the other one. I feel like this one was a little more significantly different, so I thought that was really cool up to the point I built it. I also think the colors in this car, I don't like them so much in real life, but I think it looks really good in Lego form, and I think they did a really good job with the scheme, the design of the Alpine on this one. The fire suit, obviously, they threw a lot of colors in. They got a blue helmet, they got a black fire suit, pink stripe, pink arms. I think that's really good. And then obviously we got all the different colors on the back of the car, on the side of the car, and then all the sponsors. So I think they did a really good job with this. And onto the Kick Sauber car, or Kick Racing, or Sauber Racing, honestly, I'm not sure. I didn't really love this car, I'm not gonna lie. They did it just seemed a little lazy. If you see the front of the car, these lines are supposed to match up, but I mean, I tried my best. These can't match up over here. These can't match up over here. It just feels a little lazy. Also, there's a lack of stickers. There's no stickers up here. It's kind of just plain and bland. The logo is a little small on the helmet. Not a big deal. I just don't, if you're only gonna buy a couple cars, I don't recommend this being one of them. But nonetheless, let me stop hating. I do really like the green and black together. I think it looks really good. This car was kind of unique. It was a little bit like building the Alpine and the maybe Ferrari together a little bit. Sorry, not the Ferrari, the Aston Martin. It was a little bit like building the Alpine and the Aston Martin together. So I thought that was kind of cool. It was fun. They did a good job with the wheels, the black and white, and the kind of pattern they got going on there. So yeah, nice car. Didn't love the lack of stickers and the little bit of the laziness of the car though. And after that, now on to one of my favorite builds, which to start off, is kind of weird how this doesn't go into like a little hole like the rest of the cars do. I'll show a picture, but nonetheless, the car looks amazing. I mean, the real life car is a lot darker blue, so I thought that was kind of weird they did a lighter blue, but I still think it looks great. I love how they did the patterns on the side where it kind of lines up with this, and you can do all that. There's also a ton of stickers, ton of printed, like this is printed on the back here. I think they just did a really great job with this car. The minifigure looks great with the white and the blue helmet and the red visor. I just think they did a really good job on this car. Ton of stickers, great color scheme, overall 10 out of 10. And onto the Williams racing car. I actually did really enjoy this build a lot more than I thought I would. Same thing with the minifigure. They have a dark blue helmet on top, a white fire suit. Anyway, I enjoyed this build because it was pretty basic. It was kind of like the Alpine though, building it. It was kind of like a combination of like the Alpine and the Red Bull and Aston Martin building it. So I think they did a really good job. Nothing stand out crazy about it, but it was pretty basic, and I liked it. I liked how they did the Duracell battery, like the real one, and it lines up with this thing up here. I think that looks really good. So yeah, give it a probably 8 out of 10 if I was rating it. And onto the Red Bull. Probably my favorite and the last car I built, but probably my favorite car I built. I think they did a great job including the yellow in the car here and here. And the minifigure looks great. The gray helmet's a nice touch. The Red Bull logo here, Red Bull logo here. They did a great job with the wing. It was a lot of fun to build. If you see this right here, the Oracle right here, and then this little pattern and stripe here, just like the Visa Cash App Red Bull car. It's just a lot of fun to build. I think they did a great job with the wing too. I don't think I've showed you all the back of the cars. All the back of the cars have this little grill here and this panel. I can show you all that later. And then Oracle in the back, Mobile One. I love the Mobile One logo too. I think they did a great job with that, as you can see on the wing right here. So yeah, great job. Probably my favorite build and last build. Another thing I forgot to mention was that all the instruction manuals have a little Easter egg in the front of the book. So like this one talks about how fast the actual F1 car is at top speed. So it says 372 kilometers per hour, aka 231 miles per hour. I'm guessing for the Lego car, it's talking about 4 meters per second and 13 feet per second, which is kind of funny. This one talks about how long it takes to build on average. This one talks about how many pieces. And this one talks about fuel capacity. And yeah, here's a view of a couple of the cars from the back, just so you can get an aspect of what that'll look like. And here's a view of all the cars. Just want to thank y'all for watching the video. Let me know if you have any comments, concerns, questions down in the comments down below. And have a great day.